Yeah, hello and welcome to the channel Critical Thinker, where we analyze and discuss the issue. Today, we are going to discuss the highly anticipated 2024 general election results. The general 2024 election results were surprising. People don't understand the numbers. Today, we are going to discuss this here. We are going to give you the numbers. We are going to give you the original breakdown. What's happened? What make NPP lose so much? Today, we are going to discuss it. So come with me as we educate, enjoy, entertain, and explore on this channel. So let's get into the issue. As we all know, 7th December, Ghana had its election to elect president and 274 parliamentary candidate. So the election was held, and thank God to Ghanaians, we voted for peace. But for few HSs, Ghana voted for peace. So we thank God for that. So now let's get into the numbers. So after the election, former President John Dramani Mahama, as we all know, won a landslide victory. Yes, he won a landslide victory. The gap between the NPP and the NDC is so huge, about 1.6 million. So what happened? People are wondering, what happened so that making people lost so much? Today, we are going to give you a regional breakdown of what's happened. So come with me as we go into the numbers and discuss what the data are saying, what the numbers are saying. And at the end of this video, you're going to understand why NPP lost this election. So now let's start with 2020 presidential results. 2020 presidential results. So at the end of 2020 results, the president who won, Nana Akufo-Addo, had 6,660,134. 6,660,134, representing 51.40%. And then former President Mahama had 6,124,836. He had 6,124,626. So that's what former President Mahama had. So let's get to this year, this 2024 election. 2024 election, at the end of the results, President Mahama had 6,328,397. 6,328,327 is on your screen, so you can read with me. And then Vice President Baumia dropped to 4,657,304. Let's do small calculations here. Let's do small mathematics here. So if you compare 2020 election, former President Mahama is adding over 200,000 votes into his vote. So he was adding 200,000 votes into his vote, which is one constituency vote into his vote. Whilst for Vice President Mahama is dropping over 2 million votes, from 6 million to 4.something million. He's dropping over 2 million votes. So we saw this data and was like, what happened? What's happening? So we wanted to understand what was happening. So we went into the breakdown, 2020 election numbers and then 2024 election numbers, regional breakdown, and then we got to know. So let's get into the regional breakdown so that you can understand exactly what was happening. So let's start with Greater Accra. So with Greater Accra in 2020, President Akufo-Addo is having 1,253,179. President Mahama is having 1,326,486. So here, John Mahama is winning Greater Accra with not more than 100,000 votes. Yes, not more than 100,000 votes. Then let's come to 2020. 2020. Listen to the numbers again. In 2020, Mahama is having 1.3 million. Okay, 2024, President Mahama is reducing to 1.2 million. But when he's reduced to 1.2 million, as on your screen, he's winning with over 500,000 votes. So what is this numbers telling you? 2020 1.3, 2020 1.2. He's reducing 2020. He's not even adding numbers in Greater Accra. But in 2022, he's winning with 100,000. But in 2024, while his numbers is reducing, he's winning over 500,000 votes. Because 2024, Baumia is dropping from 1.2 million to 680,000 plus. So it's telling you something that over 500,000 people didn't go out to vote. Because if those numbers voted, like those numbers should be added President Mahama or other candidates, but if you look at the other candidate numbers, it was abysmal. So it tells you those people, over 500,000 people who voted in 2024 for President Akufo-Addo didn't go out to vote. And then that is the trends in all the regions. So the Greater Accra is telling you that for 500,000 people voted in 2020. In 2024, they said they will not vote. Why? We can't tell. Now let's go to Ashanti region. So now Ashanti region is on your screen. Ashanti region is on your screen. So check the President Mahama and Akufo-Addo numbers on your right. 2020. President Akufo-Addo is having 1.7 million. President Mahama is having 653,000. A difference of about 1.3 million. When you look at 2024, President Mahama is adding like 20,000 to his vote, but Bawumia is dropping from 1.7 to 1.3. We're hoping about 500,000 people didn't vote in Ashanti region. And when I say didn't vote, it means those 1.7 they voted in 2024, but 2024 is dropping. Okay, let's say they vote. If they vote, where are the numbers? Because when you look at the other people, the rest of the numbers, their numbers, we cannot even talk about it today. We have a video on that another time. But that number is not adding to John Dramani Mahama. It means those people just stayed home, they didn't vote. This is what happened in this year election. It was all over in this trend. From here, let's go into the Western region and also find out what happened. So now look at Western region. Look at Western region. In 2020, President Akufo-Addo is winning Western region 439,000. Former President Mahama came second with 398,000 plus. So here, President Mahama is having 398,000. Let's go and look at 2024. So look at Western region 2024. President Mahama is now having 423,000, and then Bawumia is dropping to 270,000. So check something here. 2020, President Mahama had 439. 2024, he's now getting 429. So he's even dropping in 2024. He's not even adding up. He's dropping in 2024. But whilst he's dropping, he's opening the gap against Bawumia. What is this telling you? This is saying that people didn't go out to vote for Bawumia. For whatever reason, we cannot tell. But the numbers are saying that even when Mahama is widening the gap between he and Bawumia, his numbers is even dropping. As you can see in Western region. Western region 2024 is 423, and Western region 2020 is 43. Western region 2024 is 439. So here too, Mahama is dropping, but widening the gap between him and Bawumia. These are the numbers. This is what the numbers are saying, and all these things are something that we need to analyze and see what really happened. Did Ghanaian really angry with, happy to let Mama come back so that they voted for him, or it's a case that MDs were able to organize their members to go out there and vote, but NPP couldn't do so? Because when you look at the numbers, NPP decided not to vote. They sat down and they watched and they didn't. It's like nothing. So NPP are angry. So I call this case as a case of one party hungry for power and another party angry with power. Let's continue with the analysis with Central Region. Let's go to Central Region and see. Okay, so now look at the Central Region numbers. Yeah, look at the Central Region numbers. In Central Region in 2020, President Mahama is gotten 538. Let's look at 2020. Let's look at 2020. So in 2020, he's now getting 562. So here, President Mahama is adding like 30,000 to his vote, but the whole region is giving Mahama 30,000. Why is the gap now between because Central Region, NPP won Central Region 2020, President Akufo-Addo won Central Region, but here Mahama is winning Central Region with 30,000 votes from the previous election added to his vote, but it's now winning with over 200,000 votes. So this is also telling you that NPP people didn't come out to vote, because the numbers, the 200,000 votes that didn't come out to vote for Baumia, they did not also vote for President Mahama. So where are those people? Where are they? Or is it that during their election they power numbers? We don't know. But how can they power 200,000 votes in one region? That one too, we can't tell. But these numbers are telling you something, that the people decided not to vote. Why didn't they come out to vote? Let's look at voter region. Voter region is NDC stronghold. So when NDC is winning an election with these huge numbers, we expect huge numbers in voter region. Now let's go and look at the voter region numbers. So let's look at the shocking here. This is shocking. When NDC is winning an election with these huge numbers, we were expecting a huge vote in voter region. But look at the voter region vote in 2020. NDC is having 606,000, over 606,000. But in 2024 election, NDC is dropping from 606 to 508. Yes, but NDC is winning this election with a landslide victory. What is this numbers telling you? Viewers, I hope you are getting what I'm coming from, where I'm going. Because in a region which is supposed to be NDC stronghold, and in an election where NDC is winning with over 1.6 million votes, we expect NDC to be adding up over 400,000 votes in that region. But here is the case, in their stronghold, NDC is dropping from 606 to 584. But NPP in 2020 had over 100,000, and they are also dropping from 100,000 to 50-something thousand. And all these numbers are not adding up. You can't understand why NPP people do not get up to vote. Let's look at this region, the last region that we are discussing, and then see what happened. Look at the Eastern region. Eastern region is NPP stronghold. Let's see what happened there. So in Eastern region in 2020, NDC having 470,000 plus. Let's see what they got in 2024. Let's see what they got in 2024. In 2024, they are dropping from 470,000 to 453,000. But still, they are winning this election. Viewers, what is this number telling you? Because in an election where NDC is winning with over 1.something million votes, they are even dropping in some regions. They are even dropping number. They are not even adding up. And where they are adding up, they are not even adding up like 100,000, 200,000 votes. They are adding up like 30,000, like 50,000, like 20,000 votes. In election that they are winning over 1.6 million votes. When you look at 2016 elections where Kufadu won with 1 million votes, across all regions where they won, they were adding numbers. They didn't drop from 2020. They were adding from 2024. So from 2012. So 2012, they added numbers, 200,000, 400,000. But in this year election, it's so peculiar that where the numbers for NDC are, for the national election, they are getting over 1.6 million votes. In the regional analysis, they are dropping in some areas. Even in their stronghold, they are dropping numbers. So why are they doing this? It's telling you something, that this year election, NPP were angry with power. Yes, NPP supporters were angry with power. For whatever reason, we cannot tell. We are going to do analysis on that. From here, we're going to do more analysis on this so that you can understand why the NPP people didn't vote. But from the small analysis that we have done with the data, it's telling you the NPP were angry with power. But NDC were hungry. They were determined. So their supporters were ready to go out there and vote. And when they tell them, "Cha, let's go," they all responded. When they say don't sleep at the college center, they were there sleeping there. They were fighting. They were determined to protect so the number that voted for President Mahama in 2020, they carried those numbers to 2024, added a few, and the number that voted. Okay, let's look at this scenario. Suppose those numbers that voted for NPP in 2020, the same thing, none of them, not even one were added. Those numbers all came and voted in 2024 election. like President Mahama is winning, Vice President Mahama will be winning in this election. Let's take it as if nobody came to add the same numbers as NDC did, as NDC protected the same numbers and moved them to the 2024 election. If NPP were able to protect the same numbers and move them to 2024, like NPP is winning this election. So this is telling you that NPP is telling, the supporters are telling their people that no, you know something, we want you, but Maso Beyedin, ye come back, Kashi Yamunti. Ne ka asema muntie the mo pa na mo ye yesi ye mpe we mo si there be no one ye be. Those are the things that got the people angry. If I are going to dip into that and understand more, but these are small examples that we are giving you. And the NPP national executives, I'm coming to you. What happened? A party in government going for an election, you conducted so many research. So we didn't get any intel that no, we are losing this election. I remember in 2020, I was close with some two NPP big people. When they conducted their election, I think 2 months to election, and they got to know that they are losing so many parliamentary seats, they told President Kufuor that no, if you depend this election campaign on your MPs, you are gone. So take this election by yourself and do it. And you can see from 2020, the last 3 months, Kufuor didn't sit down. He went up and down, and he was going up and down. And the strategy was everywhere he go. When he's come back to Accra, he passed Asante region. When he came, he passed Asante region. So we can see in 2020, the Asante regional votes gave NPP the victory, because after the deduction, NPP were having over 1.3 million. So that 1.3 million were fighting NDC stronghold. So they gathered this intel and they work on the intel and they won the election. So the executive, of all your campaign strategies that you were doing, didn't pick up an intel that you are losing this huge, you are disgracing yourself in this election, and nobody picked an intel, and they sat down, and now they've lost this abysmal performance in an election like this. This is serious. I'm even shocked with the executive. They need to be sacked, because you cannot sit down and tell me that you are going for an election, you are a party in power, you have the resources to conduct the research, and you didn't get an intel. Nobody told you that no, this is happening. Let's go to the ground and talk to the people. The people are angry. Our people are not ready to vote. Let's go down there. Nobody picked up this intel, and they were on campaign platform and saying, "Oh, we are winning this election. We are winning this election. We are winning this election." Each of them that come on a campaign platform are saying, "We are winning the election," and you couldn't pick this intel, and you lost an abysmal performance like this. This is not good for a government, a party in government. Look at the NDC, they work so hard. In fact, look at the NDC strategy for this election. It hardly work. They make sure they put their people among to. They have all manners of communicators, those who were giving to the NPP, those who were explaining policies. They had them, and then they will put along to them. But NDC, NPP were so relaxed. Oh, we are winning. You are going to win this election with a strategy that they will not understand. So, viewers, this is what happened. Yes, this is what happened. This elections are election where one party was angry for power and other party were angry with power. And it showed in their results, and it showed in the original breakdown that it's not that Ghanaians were like, oh, we are angry with it, like we won Mahama. So let's all, like, let me analyze, let me tell you this thing. If at the end of this election, NPP is having like 6 million, because the total registered voters is over 80 million. So let's take it, NPP had 6 million, their 2020 votes, and NDC is now having 9 million. Then we say that yes, Ghanaians were angry with it. In fact, NPP people voted for NPP, but those Ghanaians who didn't vote at all voted for NDC. Or if NPP is having 4 million, okay, 4 million, then NDC is moving to 9 million. Then we say, oh, those Ghanaians that voted for Kufuor in 2020 are angry. So they all moved and voted for President Mahama. But here, that's not the case. Those people who are angry with the Kufuor were not supporting Mahama. They didn't see that, option in Mahama. So, though they're angry with the Kufuor, they're angry with the NPP government that they don't want to vote. They didn't go and vote for President Mahama. They sat home. So if NPP would have do their homework well, they would have won this election. So viewers, thank you so much for watching. We're going to provide you with analysis and update on this 2024 election so that you understand the numbers and you get to understand why these things happen, because we don't understand. NPP is going to conduct their internal research and they will come out the reasons why they lost the election. And we are also going to analyze the numbers. We analyze with what's happening, and we're also going to update you with what's happening. So okay, thank you once again for watching this channel, Critical Thinker. I'm your boy Dennis. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment. Share for others to learn. We are going to do more of this analysis on the election results. Until we meet again, see ya.